No, it's going to count down. What?
Here we are.
Here we are.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm sorry. I don't have video. I'm not sure what's going on. But welcome to Two Rivers and Weird Sisters Singer-Songwriter Night, hosted by the fabulous Jamie Sterling.
Woo!
Yay. Our guest tonight is Tate Peterson, and Jamie will tell you all about him. I just want to do a quick PSA. Tomorrow we're having a special cookbook club. Lorena Jones, who's publisher of 10 Speed Press Cookbooks, is going to join us and talk about the list, the great cookbooks, the process, and that is Sunday, June 7th at 4 p.m. here on Crowdcast. Take it away, Jamie.
All right. Thank you. We're just taking a moment here to make sure we're streaming on Facebook. I wanted to share the event because we do have the ability to stream on Facebook now. So I just want to make sure that's all set up.
Yeah, and once Jamie's all done with that, I'll be sharing it from my Facebook page as well. So
Tate, I have it posted on my personal page, so you should be able to share it from there.
okay, I'm going to go find your page real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and once I find that link, I'm going to share it to all my friends. Let's see here. We are live.
We're all new at this, people. So thank you for your patience.
Jamie, what I'm seeing right now is just the Crowdcast, the link to the Crowdcast live Crowdcast thing.
That's what I'm seeing too. Let's see.
Me too. Am I still on? Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Ah.
I wonder if is Jen with us?
You are in control, so you're the only one who can see who's here.
Oh, right. Let's see. Let's see. I don't see Jen. However, she was the one who was set it up before.
Oh.
And I thought she was going to do it for us for this.
I think, Jamie, isn't there something on the top left-hand side that you're supposed to click? Sorry, folks. Just give us 2 more minutes, and then we'll listen to the stylings of Tate Peterson and my dog barking.
Let's see here. It should.
The share doesn't share the feed, only the link.
Oh, well, there you go. I suppose that means that.
But I thought we were supposed to be streaming live.
Yeah, because it worked when we did it earlier.
It did.
At 3 o'clock.
Well, maybe we can just get rolling here, and while I'm playing the first couple tunes, you could figure it out or something.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Sorry, peeps. Thank you for your patience. But more and more people are
playing for you, Dave.
All right, let's get this thing going. Thanks again, Christine, for marketing this and letting us do this event. My name's Jamie Sterling once again, and this is Tate Peterson. Tate's a good friend of mine for a long time. He plays in a lot of different bands around town. The Reselectrics he's been with for over 10 years. Let's see, Black Dog up at Skyline Tavern. Anita Lee and the Handsome Three, Biggie and the Stomp, playing with Louis Longmire, Taylor Kingman. The list goes on. So yeah, we're really excited to have you, Tate. Thanks for
being glad to be here. I'm just getting my drink situation figured out down here because
perfect
at my feet and I don't want to kick anything over. So
don't want that to happen.
No, definitely not.
So yeah, thanks for being here. How are you holding up in quarantine and everything?
I'm doing all right, more or less. I'm obviously missing a lot of the gigs that I used to be able to play, and a lot of the friends that I used to be able to see it through doing that. So the social life is, it's sorely missed, as I'm sure everybody can relate to.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I'm very grateful to be able to count many blessings in my life. I still teach music. I do lessons like online through video stuff. So that's allowed me to, still be able to pay rent and support myself and things like that. And, I have a loving girlfriend who I live with and doing a lot of gardening, and got a bunch of plants from Jamie's husband, Lucas, about a couple months ago. So I've been working on, just beautifying our yard. I really enjoy the working outside. And since for a while, like the parks and hiking and things were closed. So like and I love to get outside. And so being able to be out in the garden was like a real, it really helped me feel centered, and it's kind of meditative in a way for me.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you're recognizing the silver lining to everything.
Certainly. Yeah. I mean, it's important to do that, especially when you have them. So
yeah. Well, excited to chat with you more about music and things, but maybe let's just get some tunes rolling here. If you want to play something for us, and we'll just take it one song at a time.
All right. Sounds good. All right. This first one is, I play it with the Res Electric sometimes, and it's called I Want to Be Your Scar. It hasn't been released yet. So here we go. I'm caught in a frame. I want to see the picture. Doesn't matter anyway. I'm marked to the flame, but there ain't no morning after, and I'll do it anyway. 'Cause I've still got bills to pay, but don't believe everything you are, 'cause I'm just a scab for you. I wanna be your scar. After the rain, lavender fills the western sky, tracing out the edge of day. She follows the sun. She never stops to wonder why. What am I anyway? And how does the light behave? But don't believe everything you are, 'cause I'm just a scout for you. I wanna be your star. I must be too late. After all, I'm getting on. It's lights out for this tired days. This is the young man's game, but don't believe everything you are, 'cause I'm just a scout for you. I wanna be your scar. Yeah, I'm just a scout for you. I wanna be your scar.
Excellent.
Thanks. I can hear my
For you.
housemates clapping upstairs.
That's awesome. So that's a newer one you said, yeah? But you guys have played that with the Res Electrics, right?
Yeah, we play that pretty frequently now. I mean,
Yeah.
when we were playing shows, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Thank you. And thanks, Fuchsia, out there for the applause. I see
Yeah.
Joel. Good to see Joel on the mix.
It looks like, so while you were singing, I found the live feed and shared it to my page.
Great.
You want to take a moment. So if there's other people that want to just watch live stream on Facebook.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and share the Facebook Live link to my personal page and also to the Res Electrics page.
Sounds great.
So it'll just take me a couple seconds here.
Yeah, no problem. Highly recommend seeing Tate play live with any of his bands. His band, the Res Electrics, played my wedding 4 years ago, and it was quite the memorable day for many reasons, but super fun having them play our wedding.
It was like one of the most fun weddings I think we've ever played.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to divulge the inside details, but I gotta say, like, when half the wedding is shirtless by the end of the night, you know that you've had a good time. And at least a few people had ties on their heads. So, you know.
For me to get to sing on my wedding day, like, that was extra special. I mean, the Res Electrics are like the perfect wedding band, in my opinion, because all ages really thoroughly enjoy the music, you know? I feel like it reaches many different generations.
Well, I appreciate that. I think one of the things that we were going for, I mean, obviously there's a sort of a vintage throwback quality to the situation, but we kind of had it in mind of sort of timeless music, or at least I did. I was kind of getting into this idea that there's certain types or styles of music that, to me at least, feel timeless. I mean, they certainly harken back to a specific time in American music or in rock and roll or whatever, but I feel like the traditions can be carried on and can be timeless in a way. So
yeah,
and hopefully, like you said, many generations can enjoy it. So
yep, forever and ever too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have 2 albums out, right? High Water is the first one, and Open Seas.
That's right. High Water with our original lineup, and then Open Seas with our current lineup.
Yep, both excellent albums, in my opinion. Everybody should check them out. Yeah.
Thank you. I think I might play a song off of the new one, off of Open Seas.
Great. What's it called?
This is called Only Blind.
Sounds good. Let's hear it.
Okay. Should have seen it come down the avenue. Why'd I go and take my chance on you? I should have played my hand when I had a few. I'm hanging on the line, working overtime. My face is kind of muddy, but your eye and dry. Seeing greener grass on the other side. And I was only blind. I was only trying to be kind. I was only blind. after all these days, we fell right through. The grass is always greener in another life. Your love is always cleaner with another type. And life is just a dream in a different light. But I was only blind. I was only trying to be kind. I was only blind to keep you on my side. Grass is always greener in another life. Your love is always cleaner with another type. And life is just a dream when you get that right. Life is just a dream in a different life. And I was only blind. I was only trying to be kind. I was only blind to keep you on my side. Yeah, I wanted to be blind. I wanted to keep failure from my mind. I wanted to be blind to keep you on my side.
All right.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We got a thumbs up from Lucas there.
Right on. Yeah, that one's dedicated to Lucas.
Lucas loves that song. So I was thinking while you're playing, you play so much electric guitar with your other groups. So I'm wondering, as a songwriter, are you writing songs on your electric or your acoustic, or is it kind of?
So, I mean, it's kind of half and half, because there's certain songs that start like with a riff, like with a guitar riff or something. And often I come up with guitar riffs like while I'm playing electric guitar plugged in and kind of rocking out or whatever. But then, a lot of times they may start on electric guitar, but I'll tend to finish the actual songwriting process usually on acoustic or just unplugged, like, unless I have a real like vision in mind in terms of how it's supposed to sound. The electric or the acoustic kind of both they evoke similar things. I mean, the acoustic often evokes more of like a, more folky vibe. And so a lot of the songs that have that quality to them definitely were conceived mostly on the acoustic guitar. So, yeah.
Cool.
But like, for instance, that last song, Only Blind, started with this, and I was playing that on whatever instrument I had, So then it kind of turned in, it was a riff, and then it grew from there. So
yeah, I'm sort of flipping into the questions right now, but I'm just going with it. Do you feel like you write guitar riffs first before words, or?
Well, that's also, it's like, so it comes in different ways. Sometimes it's a guitar riff, and then I want to explore that more and figure out how I can sort of hang a song around it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it starts with a particular line, or like a particular melody, vocal melody, or like just some words, that I have, and I want to set them to music. So sometimes I feel like the best ones for me, like just kind of come all at once. Like the music and the words and everything kind of all happens without like one particular thing starting, you know?
Yeah. I'm kind of waiting for that to happen for me.
It doesn't happen to me very often. So the majority of my songs are like a couple of lines and maybe one riff or hook. And then it takes me like months to finish the rest. Like I have to work for the rest of it. It's doesn't necessarily that easily for me.
Right. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. I have more questions, but I'm gonna hold off on those till later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also want to I just want to say hello to my mom. I just thought my mom is watching, and Debbie Harris and the Harris family, hello. And Ben and Ira, everybody out there watching, thank you. Appreciate it.
That's great. I know the digital world is fun right now, because when I did mine, I had people from all over the country that could watch, and it was really fun.
Yeah, my mom's in Humboldt County right now watching.
Cool. I think my mom's watching too.
Oh, hi, Patricia.
She's out there slapping her knee somewhere for you, Tate.
All right. I love to hear it.
Well, let's have another song, huh?
Sure, why not? Hey, let's do it. That's what we're here for, right?
I know you got 6 hours worth.
Yeah. Well, good thing we have the pro account and we can go for 6 full hours, because my set, it's a doozy.
We're ready for it.
I think I'm going to do a brand new song.
Great. Can you tell us what has inspired this song?
Yeah, this song, I don't know if any of you out there have ever, or Jamie, I mean, you don't have to say so or whatever, but like, to me very frequent.
Oh, we lost him for a second here. See if he reconnects. Well, I'm going to re-invite him in. He's reconnecting. Sorry, everybody. Sit tight. He might be in a internet hole in his basement there. Time to go refill your beverages while we get this back and fired up.
I don't know what happened. That's weird.
I don't know either. We just lost you for a second.
Don't mind the like sweaty. Yeah, I've got lots of lights on right now. I need a lot of. My basement is dark, so I needed to put a lot of light on myself here. Anyway, where did I lose you? Where did you?
I didn't hear anything. I asked if you could tell us what was inspiring the song, and you said, sure. I don't know if any of you have.
And then it's gone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, so this new song is kind of about like panic, anxiety attack experiences. It's not something that happens to me super frequently, but I've had bouts of sort of struggles with that kind of situation at times in my past. And, I think it can manifest in a lot of ways for a lot of reasons for different people. But to me, so this song is kind of just describing that type of experience in a way. So
cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
It's important. I think that so many people experience that, and we don't talk about it very often. So
well, I think, it's important to, dispel the taboo around mental health struggles, because I think a lot of people have various things that they're struggling with, and they feel like they have to keep it to themselves. And, more than ever nowadays, I think it's important for us to kind of come together and support each other. So that's just one part of it,
Great. I love the song already.
All right.
Let's hear it.
All right. Hey, Loretta, can you stay a while? I feel lost and confused and I don't know why. No, I don't know why. Palms all sweaty and my eyes shut wide. I'm shaking in my boots, spilled my coffee on the floor. Maybe I'll uncover something deep inside. 'Cause I was up all night just banging on the door. Yeah, I was banging on the door. So please, 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 I'm all wrapped up and I can't break free. I am on my knees. You can't take anything, just don't take me. Please don't take me. Slap myself right across my face. 'Cause the words on the page seem foreign and strange. Yeah, mine's got a way of minding its own way. Mine's gonna take its sweet time today. Sweet time today. So please, please, please. Yeah, I'm all tied up and I can't break free. I'm on my knees. You can't take anything, just don't take me. Please don't take me. Is there a light at the end? I just can't see. Tunnel vision coming over me. Chasing my shadow. You've got to feel your way through this reality. How can you return the things that ain't no more? 'Cause I was up all night just banging on the door. Yeah, I was up all night just banging on the door. I was banging on the door. So please, please, please. Yeah, I'm all wrapped up and I can't break free. I'm on my knees. Yeah, you can take anything, just don't take me. You can take anything, please don't take me. You can take anything, but don't take me. Please don't take me.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I really like that one.
Thanks a lot. Still, I mean, that's the first time I've ever played that for anybody. So,
That's it.
yeah.
And did you reference Loretta in the beginning?
Yeah, I did.
Which is great because I feel like, for me anyways, my animals, my pets are like super comforting when I'm feeling anxious.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, pets, people talk about like service animals or whatever. And, I think it makes sense in a lot of ways. They're very comforting. So
For sure.
yeah.
Well, I might ask you a few more questions.
Sure.
We'll take a little break and do some questions.
Sounds good.
Can you just kind of tell us how long you've been doing music for? When did you start music? Maybe it's in your family. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, music was kind of always around. My mom played a lot of music in the car, and I rode around in the car with my mom a lot growing up, and my dad too. And they, music was always being played, especially in the car. A lot of Beatles, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Carole King, that kind of stuff. And that's really was like my earliest musical memories, besides like singing, in the circle in preschool and stuff like that. And I was really lucky to grow up in a town that had a music program, like, music class for everybody in elementary school. So we were singing songs in elementary school, but, that wasn't necessarily like the thing that really inspired me. I started playing piano. My mom had a piano at her preschool. She taught preschool, and I would play around on the piano, and then, eventually started getting lessons and took piano lessons for a while, and then started playing guitar in middle school because it was cool, of course, cooler than piano. And like, very inspired by like the grunge movement, Nirvana and Pearl Jam and that kind of stuff was like what made me really want to pick up the electric guitar. And I have two older brothers that both play guitar. And I have an uncle who owns a music store now in Auburn, California. And he worked at a music store in Sacramento for a really long time called Skip's Music. And so he was a musician all, through this, from the 60s all the way till current days. He's got a band called Rutabaga Boogie Band. That I'm wearing the shirt, the Rutabaga Boogie Band. So yeah, my uncle was a big musical influence, and my brothers, and just growing up in a time around, grunge when guitars were very popular. So, and then, moving forward, I started getting really serious about music. I realized that it was something that I loved to be doing, and there wasn't anything else that I felt like I wanted to go study in college, and so I chose music as my major at University of Oregon, and I went there and initially started in the jazz program, and then switched over to just general music, because although I really loved jazz and loved learning a lot about it, I realized that it took, like, you had to dedicate your entire life to being a jazz musician, and there were some other things I wanted to be doing with my life besides just practicing every day, all day, every day. Although, I mean, there was a lot of joy in playing all day, every day, but I felt like the regimented, rigid sort of practice structure, it just didn't work for me. So, I had bands in college. That's how I met, Jamie, we met in Eugene, and I met your husband, Lucas, in Eugene when we were going to college and playing shows and stuff. And it was, it just kind of grew from there. A lot of my friends that I met in college were from Portland, or after college moved to Portland. And that's kind of what the natural progression was that brought me to Portland, was kind of just following the music and wanting to, grow with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to say, one thing I really admire about you as a musician is just, you can just see how passionate you are about it. I know that you can just like sit and play guitar for hours and hours every day, and it's your job, and you went to school for it, and you teach music. And it's like, it's just really cool to see somebody so passionate about something,
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we live in a city that's like, saturated with people like that. That's one reason why Portland is such a great place, is that there are just so many musicians in the community that feel that it feels like that, that you meet them and you're like, you can relate and you can play together, and there's a mutual respect and everybody supports each other. And I love that. So. Yeah,
that's great. One of my other questions for you was, you talked a little bit about who you listened to growing up and things like that. But when you come to writing, like, what kinds of things inspire you? Do you get inspired by other things besides music, like, nature or books or movies or?
Absolutely. I mean, especially like books, nature, current events, a lot of, I mean, that last song is very topical in terms of my own life. A lot of the things that I write are sort of semi-autobiographical or reflections and reminders to myself about certain things that that I want to remind myself of. You know, I've attempted at times to write songs about current events, or, you know, sort of folk songs, you know, about things, or maybe, you know, just trying to like write songs about a character, maybe about somebody, a person, like it's sort of an imaginary person, the way that a writer might create a character. So a lot of times, like I'll be reading a book and a line in a book will really jump out at me. Like a piece of prose can be like really inspiring and make me just like want to put the book down and start writing. The same thing can happen when I'm listening to music. I'm like, oh man, I want to write a song like that. That sounds kind of like that. And, you know, it's like, I want to paraphrase, but like, I heard like an interview with Bob Dylan once where he was saying like, you take a song, another song, and you sing it so many times in your head to yourself that it eventually becomes something else until it turns into your own song. I mean, that's not exactly how he said it, but that's the idea. And, you know, another piece of inspiration that I found was this interview with Carlos Santana. He said you play licks or notes over and over and over again until they become your own notes, until they're your notes. So it's like, you know, imitation is the highest form of flattery or something. I don't know. Or, you know, all artists steal. You know, it's like you have to you have to synthesize things, you know, take one piece of one thing and one piece of another thing and create something new nowadays, because there's not a lot of like new music, new ground to break necessarily. So
yeah, it is interesting, right? It's kind of like everything's, not to say that everything's been like played or sung or all the styles, but it is just like there's so much out there now that to come forward with something new and interesting is a little more challenging.
Yeah, as Christine just said, it's like reinvention, you know. It's I agree. Yeah, it feels like you're reforming things. I mean, that happened a lot in, you know, the history of music. You know, there were a lot of composers, classical composers, who would take melodies from other previous symphonies and orchestras and stuff and reform them, you know, create a new symphony around a melody that somebody else had already written, but they invert it or create different harmony around it and, you know, change things, and then it becomes their own. So it's that form of reinvention, so to speak.
Yeah. Cool. Is there, are you reading any good books right now?
Well, I'm reading a book about gardening right now. So
Nice.
yeah, I just recently read The Overstory. That was a pretty mind-blowing book. So that was probably the last novel that I read. And yeah, right now I'm just reading a gardening book. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about songs that you've wrote about a character or current events. I'm remembering the song that the Res Electrics opened with at Bunk Bar.
Oh yeah.
When you guys came back from tour. That's a newer one, yeah?
Yeah. In fact, I was thinking I might want to do that one.
Well, perfect.
Good memory.
Yeah, I like that one because I knew it was new, and I was like, I knew it was maybe a different style of writing for you, in a sense of like writing more current event rather than self-reflection.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's called Alone in the Zocalo, and it's so, you know, there's so many current events going on right now, and it's easy to lose sight of a lot of things, but I wrote this about a little over a year ago, and it's about, I imagined after having read many accounts of this sort of situation, I imagined sort of a family somewhere in Central America, just living their life, you know, minding their own business, being good people. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, the shit hits the fan and they have to leave. And, you know, most people think that the best place they want to go to is the United States. So they have to get out of there because it's not safe. And they need to go to a better place for their family and do better. You know, they need to survive, and they care about their family, and so they got to go. And, you know, they travel there and travel the United States. And, you know, as if you've been paying attention to current events or, you know, the last year or so or more, you probably know kind of what a lot of people have encountered at the border, which is not very open arms, to say the least. So yeah, this was about that. This was me kind of trying to put it into terms that, I don't know, that worked for me, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well, we would love to hear it.
All right, here we go. Alone in the Zocalo. Sierra Madre, stone red and agave blue. Sundays in the Zocalo, they sang a joyful tune. She was born on Friday in a little house on the edge of town. Everybody came to greet her, came from miles around. And she grew up with her family, oh, 7th generation. Oh, but even in that little town, the wind was changing. And some people say that's just the way it goes. But now she's crying all alone in the Zocalo, way down in Juarez, Mexico. She was 12 years old when those men came down, put the sheriff in the ground, said this is our town now. Well, the boys who didn't go alone, or if they put up a fight, they were taking up the high road in the middle of the night, with her sister and her brother, both younger than she. Together with their mother, they decided to leave. And some people say, hey, that's just the way it goes. But now she's crying all alone in the Zocalo, way down in Juarez, Mexico. They walked through the mountains, through the jungle rain, crawled across the desert on the back of a snake. By the time they reached the border, it'd been at least 10 weeks. Everybody yelling in a tongue, Mama could not speak. So they took away her children, her daughters and her son. And now they're living in a cage at the end of a gun. And some people say, hey, that's just the way it goes. But now she's crying all alone in the Zocalo, way down in Juarez, Mexico. Yes, and some people say crying all alone in the Zocalo, way down in Juarez, Mexico.
I almost forgot I was like hosting because I was like, oh, I really like that song.
Thank you.
I'm getting really excited for, well, of course, to see the Res Electrics again whenever that's possible, but also, you know, if these new songs are out on your next album, because, yeah, these are some great songs, Tate.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to record them. You know.
Yeah, another great, like another important song, right? I feel like that song is very, has a great folky feel to it. You know, it's
Thank you.
historical.
I can definitely say that I was kind of going after Doug Somm in the Texas Tornadoes. He was, if you don't know Doug Somm, he was like a huge, you know, he helped a lot with the Tex-Mex sort of sound. He's a Texas musician. He kind of started out doing like sort of early proto rock and roll R&B soul, but then it sort of turned in, you know, he had the Sir Douglas Quintet, and then he had, you know, Doug Somm, Texas Tornadoes. And so it's a real like specific sound, and I love it. It's a great sound. And so I was definitely imagining kind of that vibe when I did this one. So
Cool. I like it very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Ira.
Well, yeah.
Likes it. I also see Ask a Question. How long have you been writing songs? Since high school, Christine asks. You know,
nice.
I would say that probably the first song I ever wrote was in 4th grade when I had a crush on this girl. And I was basically, you know, I was talking about stealing. It was like a total ripoff of Lean on Me, but it was like I sang about the girl that I had a crush on. And I really got into like punk rock for a while in middle school and high school. So I was doing we were doing like punk songs and like just throw away kind of like novelty stuff. And then when I got into like jazz and act like more instrumental music, I kind of strayed away from songwriting for a while. And it's only in maybe the past like 10 to 15 years that I've really kind of tried to get more into the songwriting thing than I did before. So
Cool. There's another question.
Yeah. Who am I listening to right now? Any musicians helping me get through quarantine? Well, I love watching this live streams of all the amazing musicians in Portland. I mean, you know, there's so many great people out there to watch. You know, Taylor Kingman does them pretty regularly. Louis Longmire, like Fernando, Matt Cadnelli, and his band Wanderlodge with Chris Stewart. So there's some locals, and I've been really going down kind of like the 70s, late 60s, 70s soul rabbit hole. So I've been listening to a lot of the Isley Brothers, the Ohio Players, the Barkays. I just listened to the new Run the Jewels album, and that is pretty badass. I mean, that's a totally, you know, that's hip hop, and it's, to me, it's like the soundtrack of the resistance right now. So that was pretty hot. And what else? Oh, there's a really great album by Jimmy McGriff called Electric Funk. It's an instrumental, you know, Jimmy McGriff was a B3 organ player. And so I really love stuff with like a good groove. So, and while I'm like working in the yard, so that's the kind of stuff that's been kind of like really sustaining me lately.
Yeah.
Who says goat cheese or blue cheese? That's Joel Roth. Obviously, Joel, you know the answer to that question, okay? So.
Because you're anti-blue cheese or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Me too.
Blue cheese is gross. Okay.
I do like the really blue cheese, but
there's only one blue cheese I've ever had that I thought was okay. It was like this smoked blue cheese, like maybe Rogue Creamery did it or something, and And I was like really surprised to have enjoyed it because normally I cannot stand blue cheese. So
Yeah. Good question, Joel.
yeah, nice one, Joel.
I mean, we got to mix it up a little bit here. Get to know your musician.
Yep.
Well, great. Let's just keep having songs since we're, we don't have a time limit, but I think let's just keep doing music. And
sounds good to me. I'm just gonna kind of look at my notes over here and see what songs are next. So
great.
Okay, I'm gonna do one now that Jamie requested.
Oh, all right.
All right. This one is called Riverbed. I'm going to start over. Hold on. When we were born, so quickly we were torn to fragments of ourselves. As we make our way, we gather what we made and we put it on our shelf. When I was a boy, I made myself a choice never to grow old. Now I am a man and I can understand the lies that I was told. So I will be the riverbed, I'll be the stone. You will be my watershed, feeding my soul. I'll be the stone. You will be my watershed, feeding my soul. Like the moon at night, I'd fill your dark with light as I guide your weary way. Like the rising sun, I long to be the one who greets you in the day. So I will be the riverbed, I'll be the stone. You will be my watershed, feeding my soul.
Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you. I laugh every time I'm done because I can hear my girlfriend clapping upstairs. So
I love it. That was I love how songs are like smells or photographs that they can like take you back. You know,
totally.
I haven't heard that song in probably at least 5 years.
Wow.
Which may not be a really long time, but a lot has changed in 5 years for me. So
Absolutely. Me too.
How does it feel to play some of those older songs of yours?
I feel okay playing old songs. I feel like there's certain songs that just always are going to have something special to them. Maybe that's because I don't write very many songs. So like the ones that get a good response, I play them until I get sick of them.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy playing songs from any time in my very short songwriting career, and it doesn't feel weird. It doesn't feel like different. I feel like in a way it's like acting. You can kind of put yourself in the character of the song, and if you can feel the emotion of the song and the story of the song, or the whatever that you're trying to express, and make it yourself, even if you don't necessarily have that experience now. That's kind of how I look at presenting songs. Like, for instance, with covers, it's like, even if you didn't write it, if you can kind of find the emotion in the song and the vibe, then you can, like an actor, you can speak somebody else's words and make them your own, in a sense. So that's kind of how I feel about old songs too.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like, there are some songs that I've wrote maybe in a harder place. And so like the person I have to embody to like sing it again can be challenging sometimes.
Definitely. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That one in particular isn't exactly like heavy, it's more of just sort of a longing and an explorative, a lot of my songs are kind of just like exploring kind of myself and the things that, that I aspire to, and that, that inspire me.
Yeah. Do you have a cover that you want to play for us?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you want me to do like a famous cover, or like just a cover of like a friend?
Oh, whatever you want, whatever you're feeling. Tell us who it's by and why you like it.
Okay. I'm going to do a song by Matt Hopper. And he and I just did a duet on this song. If you may have already seen it, but Matt Hopper is a songwriter who I met years ago through playing a show that was like randomly set up, and he's from Alaska, but kind of made his name more in around Idaho, but also in Alaska. Anyhow, he's a good songwriter. We did a string of shows with him last year with the Res Electrics and his band, and we made friends, and he sent me this song. I've been doing these video duets with people during quarantine, sort of as a way to keep the collaboration going. And so he sent me this song a little while ago. Yes, the shirtless song. Dave says the shirtless song. Yes, this is the shirtless song. So, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty dark, but I feel like it, again, it captures this feeling of a character, and I think it's a character that a lot of us have seen and are probably going to be seeing a lot more of, unfortunately. So
yeah, great.
Okay, so it's called I Am John Wayne. When you're all alone under a blood-red moonlit sky, with your hands in the air, 'cause you don't know why you were put here on this earth. Isn't one big funny joke. What am I supposed to do about it? I can't take it any longer. I lost my job back on February 1st, in the throes of the depression that my father said would come. He was loading up on guns. I just stood and laughed. Is this the modern world, or are we all aiming for collapse? I lost my wife near the weight of all that stress. It was madness when we lost the only thing that we had left. Now my heart is taken from me, and my will to live is dry. I'm in a fatalistic mood, and now I'm back on the stuff. Back on the stuff. Back on the stuff. My heart was beating so fast, racing like an ambulance. I guess that's where I was when I regained consciousness. Instead they found me in the park with no trace of my clothes, screaming that I am John Wayne. I am John Wayne, yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you.
That's a good song.
Matt Hopper, he writes a good song.
Looks like Joel Roth shared the video of it, I assume is what that link is, right, Joel?
Probably.
Yeah.
The shirtless song.
The shirtless song. Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna tune my guitar while we're talking. So
Great. What kind of guitar do you got there?
This is a Collings.
Collings.
Collings. They're made in Austin, Texas. They've been doing good quality like versions of Martin and Gibson style guitars. So all handmade, high quality, good wood and everything. So I had a Martin for a long time that I loved the sound of it.
Yeah.
This really big neck that was really difficult to play, and it would hurt my fingers to play for. Eventually, I started getting finger pain. Maybe not from the guitar, but just from old age. So I just couldn't play that guitar anymore, and I loved the way it sounded. But I like smaller bodied guitars. This would be considered a small bodied guitar because I don't have to put my shoulder over it so much. It's like really comfortable to play. Feels more like an electric guitar.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just not so unwieldy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's called a Collings OM2H. So
Great.
OM is like the body size. So, but yeah, it's especially nice right now since I have this. I have sort of a shoulder thing going on, so it's nice to not have to put my arm over it so much. I might do the next one like this even.
Yeah, is your arm bugging you?
A little bit, but
Bit.
I can hang.
Yeah.
The show must go on.
Totally. Well, we have another. We have a request from your mom. She wants to hear "Up on the Hill."
Okay. Mom wants to hear "Up on the Hill."
Okay.
All right, Mom. It wasn't on my set list for tonight, but this one's for you, Mom. I love you.
Love it.
gonna give that girl connection? When you gonna give her what she needs? When you gonna give that girl some sweet relief? She's down upon her knees. So I'm gonna walk out through the rain now. My daddy told me not to be afraid. Got me a seat right there beside him on the hill, and that's where I will stay. 'Cause when the walls come down, you know where I'll be found. I'll bring back all my scratching by this whole damn town. What my eyes do see, my brain just can't believe. So tell everybody I'll be up on the hill. When you gonna give that girl affection? Pick her right up from off the floor. When you gonna give up our position? Walk in the hands of the Lord. 'Cause when the walls come down, you know where I'll be found. Yeah, I'll bring back all my scratching by this old damn town. What my eyes do see, my brain just can't believe. So tell everybody I'll be up on the hill. What my eyes do see, my brain just can't believe. So tell everybody I'll be up on the hill.
Resurrectrix classic right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wrote that long before the Resurrectrix ever became a band, but
Did you?
it was the right band to record that song with.
Yeah. Off of High Water.
Off the first album.
The first album.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take my long sleeve shirt off. I'm starting to get a little hot. It's getting a little hot in here with everybody.
A little hot.
It's a hot audience.
All of the lights on you and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we should just have you play another song. It's almost 8:15, but I know we started a little late, so we're not.
Yeah, but I can do a couple more, and I might have like an actual cover that people might know too that I could do if you want.
I'm really enjoying your songs. I'm really enjoying the new ones. Whatever you want to play, though. We are excited to hear your songs.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna do another new one.
Okay, cool.
This song was actually, it's a co-write with Lucas Benoit. Lucas Benoit used to be in a band called the Hill Dogs with Taylor Kingman, and he played this little sort of snippet of a song at Wildwood Music Festival a while back, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. He played this little snippet of a song, and he never finished it. He said he never had anything more of it, and I asked him if I could try to finish it. So this is my attempt at finishing what Lucas started.
Cool.
In times of trouble, I sing this simple notion. We're all castles made of sand from the sea. My mind will curl like a wave into the ocean, and love will be the only thing to drown me. And as we wake to yet another earthquake, and walls come tumbling down all around, I just can't take another heartbreak. We're just picking up the pieces from the ground. In times of trouble, I say this simple notion. We're all castles made of sand from the sea. My mind will curl like a wave into the ocean, and love will be the only thing to drown me. Yeah, these are trying times in which we live. Said every generation from the start. We don't get to choose the days we're given, and even the best of friends must part. In times of trouble, I sing this simple notion. We're all castles made of sand from the sea. My mind will curl like a wave into the ocean, and love will be the only thing that drowns me. As puddles form inside your tired eyes, and the sunlight of your seventh summer wanes, I wish I could paint a watercolor and turn your tears into a golden day. In times of trouble, I sing this simple notion. We're all castles made of sand from the sea. My mind will curl like a wave into the ocean, and love will be the only thing to drown me. Yes, love will be the only thing to drown me.
I love it.
Thanks.
That's great. Did he write some of the lyrics or just the riff?
He wrote the lyrics of the chorus. He wrote the chorus part, and then I wrote all the verses.
Nice.
Thank you, Fuchsia and Jen, for the praise. Thank you.
Yeah, another great song. Tate, you're on fire.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.